everyone, thanks for tuning into Sin's Workshop. I hope you are all having a wonderful day. So today we're going to be reviewing The Night Ends with Fire. This was my February book club pick, and I just have to say it was pretty spectacular. So this book is a Mulan retelling, first and foremost, and your main character's name is Mulan. Now, she sneaks away to join the army. Why? Not for her father's honor. Fuck her father. No. Instead, she does it to escape an arranged marriage to this guy who's probably 3 times her age, and she watches him abuse his women servants, and she's like, I don't want to do this. And her stepmom even encourages her. She's like, get out while you can. And her stepmom have a really good relationship, which I appreciate that. I always appreciate it when authors kind of stray away from the cliche. She's not a wicked stepmother. She doesn't abuse Mulan. She says, don't let them find out what you are, that you are a woman, because they fear women with power. But she encourages her, she helps her, she does everything for Mulan, and it's really sweet. We only get to see her for a couple chapters. But it's kind of great to see their dynamic and to see the sisterhood between them, because now you really understand the misogyny that goes on in the society, the fact that they are bonding over something, and the fact that they have formed a really good bond. You see the power between the sisterhood, right? Just with their interaction. I really think that that's good, because it carries throughout this story, even as Mulan is a warrior in the army. Now, she did meet Sky very briefly, Prince Sky, and they do have a connection. I hate both of this. I like the love triangle that's not really a love triangle. And this is why, because both men, Sky and Lee, both men offer something for Mulan, and they both treat her with respect. I mean, Sky, considering the society in which he has grown up, when he finds out that Mulan is a woman, and a woman he briefly met and shared a connection with, his initial reaction is anger. It's anger. Not because she's a woman in war, but because they formed a camaraderie and she lied to him. It really does remind me a little bit of the Disney movie in that respect. But he still respects her. In fact, he trains her to be a better swordsman, and he does it even before he finds out that she's a woman, and he continues it even afterward. He shows her respect, and I love that. He does still worry about her a lot. He cares deeply about her, and he's like, I don't want you being on the battlefield, because half the time I'm going to be worrying about you. So he does not doubt her capabilities, but he's a man in love, And then Lee, he's just like, I'm not really going to worry about you because I know you can take care of yourself. But he's also kind of a jackass. And he also respects her. And he's like, they're never going to let you get away with this. Whereas Sky's like, no, I will talk to my father, the emperor. We're going to find a way for you to just be okay. Because he's like, you should be honored. You saved hundreds of lives. You should be honored. And Lee's just realistic and pragmatic, and Sky is just kind of hopeful and lovely. And I love both of them for very different reasons, and I think they're both quite perfect for Mulan. So I'm not mad at the subtle love triangle, but I also I don't want her to have to choose. But regardless, I really liked this novel because it reminded me a lot, not just of the Disney version, but the author really does callbacks to the original tale, even with the mention of a concubine. Because if you know the tale of Mulan, you know that she saves the country, right? She saves everyone, and the emperor's just like, great, you're going to be one of my concubines, and that's the rest of your future. Cool. And Mulan in the original tale, is just like, okay, can I go to my father's, grave? And she kills herself. She would rather die than be a concubine. She just wants to be free. She just wants to have agency. And that's really the core of this book. And the author says it herself in the author's note. When I'm starting to really love reading author's notes. Because Meilin is not content with any of the bullshit. And I love that ferocity. And I love the callbacks to the Disney, both of the Disney ones actually, the live action and the Disney animated, and also the references to the original tale. I think they all work in perfect balance to make the story unique in a sense. And you also have the dragon spirit that is not like that is the dragon spirit is malevolent. Let's just face it. He's just like, you're power hungry, I'm a little power hungry, let's just be power hungry together. I liked that you had this spirit that was there, kind of almost like the devil on her shoulder, except not really, because he wants to keep her alive, he wants to keep her safe, but he also doesn't want to be trapped. And she kind of gets that, because what makes Meilin an abomination in this culture, in this book, is the fact that she's a woman who can fight. She's a woman who can beat up a man. And that goes against every single thing they all stand for. So even her brothers in arms, who she trusted with her life, who were her best friends, they turn on her. They turn on her. And they instantly call her an abomination. Like, no, you should be a woman. You should just be a wife. You should be a mother. You should be cooking and cleaning. You have no place outside of the home. And she's just like, but why? Why does me doing this threaten you? Because it threatens their society, But I think it's I think it's just so good that Meilin is not content. She's not content. And I love that voice with her. I love the fire that's there. That she's not content. That she just wants a very simple thing. Agency. She just wants agency, and she just wants to be her own person and not beholden to any man, unless the man is going to treat her, equally. Like, I think Sky would. I think Sky and Lee, I think these are both men who would love her and have clearly shown that they respect her for all she is. And they would treat her as an equal, because they already do treat her as an equal, which is why I'm so torn between them. Like, I can't decide. Like, damn it. But that's when you know it's well written, when you can't really decide, but they're both so very different, and they both offer her very different things, and they both understand her in different ways, It's like one is like gentle, and the other one's like, let's go beat people up, and it's great. It's just a great dynamic between them. I love the dynamic. But Meilin, she's not content, and I like that she fights. I like that she's not content. She wants freedom. She wants adventure. She wants respect. She wants a choice. She wants agency. And I think that that's very important. And I think that makes the book kind of very relevant, especially in today's day and age. That she wants power, but not in the sense that they think. She just wants power to establish herself and her agency. And, that makes her apparently a perversion. Everything that the society stands for, they're like, no, get back on your knees. They want to subdue her, and they want to minimize her. And she's not a woman who will let her voice be silenced. And I love that. And I cannot wait to see what book 2 is going to deliver. I'm so excited, because this book was great. I'm so excited. This is definitely a book worthy of a lot of discussion, if you ask me. I mean, I could talk about it and talk about it and talk about it for ages. So, I'm just going to stop there. It's a great book. And I think everyone should read it, especially if you like The Tale of Mulan. I'm actually reading The Poppy War right now, and I'm just thinking, wow, if you liked The Poppy War, this is a book you're also going to like, because I'm loving Poppy War. I'm almost done with it. So, and I loved... I really liked The Night Ends with Fire. It was 4.5 stars easily. But Poppy War is leaning more towards like a 5-star book right now. But I think if you like one or the one, you're gonna like the other. So, in that case, in that regards, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with all your book loving friends. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, and as always, happy reading.